Hello, everyone. This is Tim of the Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Okay, I am gonna stop the frenzy because I am tired of seeing misinformation and misprovided information and all this other stuff about Nate Solder and what's going on with his contract and how much money the Giants save and how we're gonna have all this money to go after Jadeveon Clowney and all these. Okay, let's stop for a minute and think. The Giants at one point in time had a little over $16 million. They signed their rookies for about $11 million something dollars, which means we had $5+ million left. Now, Nate Solder's salary is the only thing that comes off the books for the Giants' 2020 season, which means that's $9.9 million. Okay? Which means that we have in total about $14.6 million, give or take a couple $100,000. Now, Nate Solder's $19.1 million cap number rolls over into 2021 minus the $350,000 stipend that he is going to get this season, which means that the remainder of his contract is extended out to 2022. Okay, guys, that's the facts. That's what it is. And so that means we have maybe about 14.4, 14.6 million. I do not know the exact number off the top of my head. So we're not sitting there with money that we could turn around and say, hey, let's go after and go get Jadeveon Clowney, or go pick up Logan, or go make the trade for Yannick Ngakoue. And the other thing is, we're not making the trade for Yannick Ngakoue because of the fact, plain and simple, yeah, we may have a little bit more cap space, but we'd have to give up assets. And his tag number, Yannick, is more than we have in cap space. So I think we need to just kind of think about that for a minute. I think a lot of people, and I see a lot of this misinformation come out about how all this major cap space we're going to have in this. Yeah, 14 point something million dollars is a good amount of cap space. But is that going to be a good enough amount of cap space to go out and get a premier free agent? Probably not. The thing is, even with Jadeveon Clowney, Jadeveon would have to be willing to accept a 1-year agreement, a 1-year deal. Okay, that's what he would have to accept. Why? Because of the fact that we're still rolling over that $19+ million into 2021. So you could not sign Jadeveon unless you were planning to take the dead cap space hit for releasing Nate Solder in 2021. So, and Jadeveon, of course, is a gentleman who's like 27 years old with bad knees. He's going to want at least a 3 to 4 year guaranteed contract. We don't have the money for that. Plain and simple. I mean, I'm not trying to be, pessimistic about this, but like I said, I would prefer to give out people the correct information instead of having people sit there and go, no, we have all this money. We have. I've seen numbers like 38 million. I've seen all these weird numbers, and I'm like, where are these people getting the numbers from? And I love it because I had one of the YouTuber blast me a long time ago because I told them we had a certain amount. I told him we only had $16 million in cap space, and he told me we kept having over 20-something million. And he goes, well, you don't know anything. And I was like, well, you know what the problem is? I can do math. I can add. I can subtract. So, and of course, it turned out we had 16.4 million. So let's just all relax. Yes. You know what? And the smart thing for the Giants to do would be to take that money from Nate and actually roll it over into the 2021 cap. That would be the astute thing for Dave Gettleman to do. I do not foresee the Giants going out and making a free agent splash right now, unless some free agent calls the Giants up and said, hey, listen, I am willing to take 60% or 40% off my asking price salary to sign a 1-year contract because I want to play for New York, I want to play for the Giants, I want to play for you. That's what that's the only thing that I could see somebody doing. Right now, I just think that it's just the fact that we have to remember people are going out on a shopping spree, but the problem is, you know, we're going on a shopping spree with money we don't have. Because to me, honestly, the money doesn't exist because all you're doing is pushing it out to 2021. That's the only difference right now. And I just hope people would understand that. And like I said, I get a little mad when I see misinformation because people aren't doing to get content out quickly. People are not doing, I'm not saying everyone, I'm saying some people are not doing their due diligence. They're not sitting there and looking at what the final numbers are for Nate Solder and what that's going to mean for the Giants. I mean, if they pick up, a backup offensive lineman, if they throw some money at Britt, the former center over at Seattle, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Why? Because of the fact that I think that would be a good investment, especially the fact that Britt's probably not going to be ready till the end of September because he's coming off the knee injury. But it was something that, like I said, in Britt's case, I find it interesting that the lack of the preseason may help him because of the fact that he can just jump right into the season sort of kind of way and have that be his preseason. So if we want to do something like that, I mean, that would be awesome. I could see that. But we are not going out on a shopping spree, guys. We're not going to go out and spend money we're not going to go out and spend money that we don't have. And that's the only thing I wanted to, like I said, I wasn't going to do another video tonight, but I just wanted to put that out as a clarification that we do not have 30 million, 20 million, all these weird numbers that I'm seeing. Giants will save $9.9 million on their salary cap. That is Nate Solder's base salary. And that 19.1 or 19 point whatever million will be rolled over to 2021, which extends his contract out to 2022. And that 19 million will be minus the $350,000 from his stipend for the 2020 season. So now that we got that corrected out of the way, we're going to do a video tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be very interesting. I've been excited about putting it out there. But now that we've cleared up these why these people aren't coming and why the free agents aren't coming, because we don't have the money. We have money, but we don't have the amount of money people are saying. So again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could like, if you could subscribe, if you could ring that bell, I think you know what that means. That'd be awesome.